Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you are very much welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always stopping by. So in today's video, I made a simple wrap top and it is really beginners friendly. So if this is something you want to learn about, if this is something you want to know how to cut, just get your fabric ready and let's start cutting. Welcome back guys, I hope your fabric is ready. So this is the fabric I'll be using. This is like a chiffon or satin kind of material. It is not transparent and it is kind of thicker than chiffon a little bit. So now I'll be measuring the length of my top, my wrap top. I don't want it to be long, so I'm using 19. So the lower part will be for the seam allowance. Then yeah, that's 19. Then I will add ½ inch at the top for the shoulder slant and the shoulder joining or whatever. So I'm just reading out the line so we understand. So that's the ½ inch I'm trying to rule out here, the ½ inch for the shoulder joining. So now I will measure my armhole line, my waist, and the lower part will be for the hip. So now let's do our shoulder. Let's measure our shoulder. My shoulder measurement, which is 15 divided by 2, 7.5. And on the chest line, the mark we did over there, I'll measure 7.5 too. Now I'll connect both points together just like that, just a straight line, and I'll rule another line like that too. For me to know the curve, I'll measure my bust measurement divided by 4 at that area, which is that. Then I'll add my seam allowance too. So at that point, which is my waist, I'll just measure my waist measurement, and I'll add my seam allowance too. So for this wrap top, I'm not adding any dots. Yeah, I'm not adding any dots to it, so because it's just chiffon, so I don't need a dot for it, so I'm just sewing it like that. So now for the lower part, I will just connect with a slant line like that. You can measure your waist at that point, but me, I didn't measure. I just slant it a little bit downwards like that. Now it's time to draw our shoulder, our armhole line. So that's what I'm tracing. I don't know if it's me, but I don't like working on this kind of material. It's just always shaking and just always moving and moving. If you are not careful, you just undercut the material will be shorter. So this is me cutting out the basic bodies that I've drafted out here. Yeah, so now I'll be cutting another two exactly the same as the first one I've drafted out. So this is the second one I'm cutting. The first one was the one we drafted, so this is the second one. Then I'll be cutting another one again, which is the third one. So I'll use 2 for the front. You know it's a wrap top, so you need 2. I will need 2 for the front and just 1 for the back. So now I want to draw my neckline for the back. I'm just using 3.5 by what again? 3.5 by 2.5. Okay, 3.5 by 2.5. So I will just draw the curve like that. I'll draw the curve. Working with chiffon or this kind of material is always frustrating. See the way it's just shaking and shaking. Oh my god. So now just mark 1 inch over there, which is my shoulder slope. Then I will just rule it out so I can know what I'm cutting. Then I'll just cut it out. Yeah, so this is it. I'll set that aside. Then for the front, that is the 2 I'll be using, so I'll open it up shortly. That is the 2. Okay, before I open it up, I will first do my neckline. I love to do the neckline first before I now do the slanting of the wrap top. Then the shoulder slope. Then I'll just roll the shoulder. Okay, before I roll the shoulder slope, let me do my neckline. So the neck I'll be using, I think I used 5.5, or wait, let me just confirm what I used. Oh, I used 7.5. I used 7.5 there, as you can see. Then I will just roll it out. I couldn't even roll very well on this fabric because it will just shake and just scatter everything. So I'm just trying to just hold it tight and just roll slantly so I can even see what I'm cutting. So that's just what I'm doing. Then I will trim it out just like the way I'm doing. Just trying to balance the material because it has already shaped. So this is what I have. Then I will open it up, yeah, just like this. Then I will do this slanting. So before I do this slanting, at this side I need to know what I'll be using. So I'll be using, I first mark out my 1 inch, which is for the seam allowance. Then I'm marking out 2.5 just over there. So altogether is 3.5 also, yeah, 3.5. So from that point now I'll be slanting into this leg line, this V, as you can see, that sharp V, that pointed V over there. I'll just be slanting it like that. See, at this point you have to be careful because you just notice that one part is longer than the other, so you just have to be very, very careful when you are drawing this out. Please, if you like sewing with chiffon, just let me know so I can learn from you, because me, I don't even like sewing with chiffon at all. It always requires extra time because you have to be very careful when you're handling it. So now this is what we have. Then after slanting it on each other like this, you see what we have over there. See what we have. So now this is my sleeve. This sleeve, I just drafted this sleeve based on the remaining fabric because this fabric has to be enough for this wrap top. So I just drafted this short sleeve. So I'll gather it at the top there and I'll gather it at the lower part. So this is the band for the sleeve, for the edge of the sleeve. I think it's like 4 inches. Yes, it's 4 inches. And the cuff, my round measurements with the seam allowance and everything, so is added. So I will add paper stay to it and I will iron it and fold it. You will see that shortly. So this is the belt I'll be attaching to the edge of my wrap top, the edge, that small edge that we carved out the other time. So this is the belt I'll be adding to it. So the measurement is like 5.5 and the length is as long as you want it. So if you like tying bow, you can make it longer, so you can make it, you can tie the bow at the edge. So this is the sleeve and this is the band of the sleeve. I've added my paper stand and I've folded it inside. So I'll just make sure I gather the edge of the sleeve so that it will rhyme with the band. So I'll do the same thing too for the second sleeve. So this is what I have after gathering it. So I'll also gather it at the top over there so that it can fit into my armhole. So now let's join our bodies together. So I'll be joining the shoulder first, the shoulder with half inches, the right and the left half inches. Then I'll be back. So after joining, this is what I have. Then I'll be turning it inside this part. I'll be turning it with a bias tape. So this is my bias tape. I'll be using it to turn it. So after turning, this is what I have over here. So the next thing I'll just do now is to join it by the side, by both sides, just like that, with my 1.5 seam allowance that I added. My 1.5 seam allowance, and also the other side too by 1.5. Yeah, so after joining by 1.5, I went ahead to hem the lower part of the dress. You know, we added 1 inch for the seam allowance at the lower part, so I've just gone ahead to hem it at the lower part. So now this is what we have here. So that tiny edge over there. So this is my rope. I just went ahead to fold it inside by 1/2 inch so that I can put this edge inside it and just sew so I don't want anything to be showing outside, so I'll just put that small edge inside it and just sew on it. I'll do the same for both sides, just put it inside, and I think the measurement is the same thing as the belt, so I'll just put it inside like that and sew. And I will also do the same thing for the other side too, and I'll sew. I love sewing it twice at the edge. Like after sewing the first time, I will also sew the second time, because you know this is what we drag and we tie, so it has to be very strong so that it won't just start losing all of a sudden. So this is what it looks like. I've went ahead to join my sleeve to it. As you can see, I gather it at the top just a little. So this is what it looks like, and it is really just very simple. So I'm not the owner of this wrap top, that's why I'm not putting it on for you guys to see, but it looks really nice. It's very simple. You know, it's chevron now. It will just, it sits all on the body, and this is. So if this tutorial was helpful, please like, comment, share, subscribe, give it a huge thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.